Zach Wetstein, and myself, who shall not be named. And we are about to dive into the third episode of this podcast. Isn't that right, boys?
Is this supposed to be funny?
No, it's not.
I thought it was funny.
I wanted to do the ASMR intro, guys. I had to do it. Why does Greg sound like an old man with sleep apnea? Riddle me that.
Because I have like a what's that, Benjamin Button or whatever? The guy that
word
ages
backwards.
backwards.
Was that supposed to be funny?
Yeah. Because that's like me, except I just age really fast.
Greg's a 21-year-old in a 50-year-old's body.
That's why I look like a fucking DILF. I'm only 21. I gotta get used to saying 21.
Hey, this fool really thinks he looks like a DILF.
I look like a premature DILF, so it doesn't look right. I look fucked up.
Man. What? I can't even handle this right now.
What's a premature DILF?
I feel like
a DILF, like if you like cloned a DILF, but you like
you just mean like a fucking hot dude is what you mean, because a DILF is like a hot...
like a dad bod, like a dad DILF.
Yeah, but like a DILF is usually like a hot dude. So you're like saying right now that you're a hot dude.
Not hot. Not like the generic like Brad Pitt sense.
Well, in what sense?
DILFs are usually like dad bods and shit.
Kind
like
of.
the chubby.
But like when they were younger, they weren't that chubby.
Like I look like
a dad bod is acquired.
Like what's his name? Oh my god.
My fucking
fuck, I can't remember his name. The guy from It's Always Sunny, the old dude. Small dude.
Danny DeVito.
Danny DeVito. Yeah, what the fuck?
Danny DeVito.
That was.
We all took a long time to answer that, though. It shouldn't have taken us that long.
I look like him.
Kind of. You
I'm
look
on my way to a dad bod.
I also get a lot that I look like. Fuck, I can't remember this dude's name either. The porn guy.
Oh, Ron Jeremy.
Yeah, Ron Jeremy. I get that a lot too.
You look like Ron Jeremy?
Well,
what?
After I cut my hair, I don't really get that, but like when I had the long hair, I could definitely see that.
Yeah.
I did look a lot like him.
Caven looks like a little
Speaking
bitch.
of Ron Jeremy,
people tell me I look like Dylan Roof.
Who's that?
I don't know.
Did you just make up that name? Is that a fake name?
Isn't that one of the Columbine shooters?
Oh, it was Eric and Dylan. I don't remember.
Someone
the
fact check me. Is it Dylan Roof?
You do not look like one of the Columbine.
No,
shooters.
I know. I was trying to get a cheap laugh. Can someone fact check me though? Because I need to know if I have to take that out or not.
I mean, I don't remember what their last names are, but there was a Dylan.
Yeah, it was
involved.
Tim and Eric.
If one of you MFs doesn't look up Dylan Roof right now,
My phone's dead.
My phone's dead.
My phone's not actually dead. I just don't want to reach my pocket.
I just need to know.
Okay, I'll Google it right now, fam.
I'm pretty sure.
Which one? Dylan was the like skinnier blonde one?
I don't remember which one.
How the fuck am I supposed to know? They died before I was born.
The cute one?
The cute one.
Nope, it was Dylan Klebold.
Search Dylan Roof. Who the fuck is that?
Yeah,
made it
that's a
up.
better question.
Did I make it up?
Oh, you're kind of on the right track. Dylan Roof was an American white supremacist and mass murderer convicted for perpetrating the Charleston church shooting on June 17th, 2015.
Okay.
So you're still in school shooter territory, you just got them a little mixed up.
What a fucking awful way to start this out, guys.
Yeah, I don't really appreciate the bluntness of the fucking just edge in this intro here.
Hey, what's up, guys? Dylan Roof here.
By the way, you do not look like Dylan Roof.
Probably thought you wouldn't hear from me again.
He has like a bowl cut.
Yeah.
Speaking of Ron Jeremy,
What?
Where are you going with that, bud?
Today, we came up with the idea that we should share some of our funny or interesting masturbating stories. But apparently, I'm the only one that has those.
Well, yeah, so, I think you were too excited to share them because you approached both of us saying, "Let's talk about funny masturbation stories." I have 3 of them.
I don't go out of my way to jack off in like weird places. I'm just usually either on the toilet or in my bed.
It's so boring.
I'll jack off anywhere, anytime, any fucking place, dude. You name it, I've done it there, and I will do it again. I'm a repeat offender, baby. Find me on your local sex offender app.
I kind of made it a goal to, like, every time I get an opportunity to jack off in a weird place, I try to do it.
This is already sus.
It all started in a deer stand.
All right, yeah. I actually wanted to hear this.
Story time.
Everybody shut up.
I think, yeah, it was one time I went hunting, and we were deer hunting, and if anyone has been deer hunting before, you'll know that, like, it's very fucking boring. So
true that.
So
wait, you've never been hunting, have you?
No, I haven't.
Okay.
I've only been hunting like twice, and it was so dumb. I really didn't like it.
I hunted for a while,
but
not anymore. But
so we were deer hunting, and then I was just chilling in this deer stand by myself, and I was like, man, this is fucking dumb. Like, so I was like, how can I make this a little more interesting? So I was like, hey, I'll jack off. So I did. That's it. That's how that's little story.
Thank you for sharing your story, Greg.
Nice.
And then at that time I didn't really think much about it, and then later on I realized how weird that is. And then I was like, why don't I just like jack off in weird spots now? Because that'd be kind of funny to share.
I guess
that.
like the.
It's ironic.
So then,
like the rush of like jacking off in a weird place.
Like having sex in public.
The thrill, yeah.
Yeah,
like
I was just
like,
gonna make that comparison. Is that like what it is to you? Like a couple like
well,
banging
it's not like
bathroom or something?
It's not like in public. It doesn't matter like that there's the risk value. It's like it's more like I'm thinking about it in the sense like, oh, after this I'll be able to say I've jacked off in this spot and it'll be funny. Doing it for like more of like the humor aspect with the shock value.
I guess. I mean,
but it's not like a rush. Like I don't get any kind of kick out of it during the event.
Just to say you did it.
Yeah, it's just to say I've done it.
Okay, well you said you had 3, so
that one, and then another one is not that weird, but I jacked off in the nurse's office when in school.
Really? Oh,
yeah.
I used
no on one of the cots.
Yeah.
No. Shut up.
Yeah.
How is that not the weirdest? Come on.
Craig, how are you?
You gotta be fucking with me, dude.
Isn't that weird?
No, dude, that's easy. That beats the deer stand. A deer stand, you're by yourself in the woods.
I don't know
who the fuck is coming after you? Dude, those people come and check on you, and they'll peel the curtain back and be like, how are you feeling? Like, there's like a level of unpredictability to that.
I'm like a fucking ninja, dude. Like I was totally dead. I had Dead Silent Pro on, perk activated, and then
I fucking dude.
And,
what?
Well, I also had like fucking super hearing, so like if I heard like the fucking smallest noise of someone shuffling through the fucking room, I would just fucking put it all away.
God, dude, I have so many questions, man.
Well, how is that weird? They usually leave you alone for like 10 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not like denying the fact that you could do it. It's just like that's insane to me.
You had to get some kind of thrill out of that, though.
That one was kind of like and that was more interesting.
Like in
holy
high
shit.
school, I used to jack off in the bathrooms all the time.
I never did that.
What?
No,
Okay,
what?
yeah.
Dude, I never took a shit in high school.
Yeah.
What?
Me neither.
Dude, I would not be
all the time in the
caught. I would not be caught dead in a fucking stall because I always was afraid someone's gonna fucking peek over and be
Yeah.
like, "Oh fuck you, fucking loser! You taking a shit?"
Even though it's like totally normal, it's like I was still like really like scared about.
Yeah,
that.
no, there's no.
I
way in
still
hell.
won't take a shit in public.
It
don't.
depends. If I don't have a choice, I will, but I'd prefer not to.
Yeah, I like shit.
still
I
don't.
hate shitting here. My toilet's weak.
Yeah,
Can't handle my poops.
that's ridiculous.
That's why I only like go to the bathroom at Walmart when I'm working.
Okay, wait. Okay, I gotta ask this about your nurse's office question, Greg. So you jacked off in there.
Yeah.
What was the fucking like cleanup process behind that? Like, did you just go back to class? Like,
I just jacked off in my boxers.
no, no, you didn't. No. What?
It was. I was like, it was.
No fucking way, dude.
It was at like the end of the day though. It was at like 2:00.
Dude, that's fucking insane. I can't believe that.
Okay, where did you skeet in the deer stand? In your boxers?
I think just in my boxers.
What?
I can't remember that one too much.
Yo, I can't fucking handle it. What's the third one? What's the third one?
I did it while driving once.
Shut up! No, dude, they get even crazier.
That's what the kicker was. I was saving that one for last. I did it while I was driving.
Oh my god. What the fuck? Let me guess, in the boxers?
Yeah.
What? Is that just like fine with you? What the fuck? Why would you
That was on my way home from work, so I was like just gonna go home, take a shower anyway.
from Applebee's?
Yeah, Applebee's. So I had the whole ride from here to Hutch. Like a 30-minute drive.
I mean, you know...
And it took me like 20 minutes. Because it was so hard to like focus.
Yo, man, I can't. I cannot, dude.
I recommend it. It's a rush.
Yeah. Why don't you just get Roadhead or something?
Yeah, I was
dude?
about to bring that up.
Because it's not as funny. That's just like, oh yeah, I got Roadhead. Like, oh cool. But if you say you jacked off while driving, that's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, dude,
That's
I
crazy.
can attest to that. That is like,
Well,
what the fuck?
You know what they say, looking for some shit to mob, like driving down the street to the beat of a blowjob.
Yeah. But I'm not getting a blowjob. I was jacking
driving
off.
down to the beat of a hand job from myself. I can't. Dude.
Yeah, dude,
I mean,
that one-
okay, I can't.
That
not-
one I did purely for like the humor value. That one I was like,
Greg's just like jacking off. Like,
Laughing to
this is
himself.
gonna be so funny. In the boxers,
Classic Greg.
the boys are gonna find this one hilarious.
that's literally what I was thinking. I was like, yeah, this is gonna be so funny.
I don't like that you're thinking of us when you're jacking off.
Not you two. It was like the dudes I worked with.
Oh, okay, so you told the guys you worked with that you jacked off on the way home.
yeah, I did. And then I remember like the next day I came to work and I was like, dude, guys, I got a really good story to tell you.
Yo, what the fuck did they say? What are you supposed to say to that, dude? If my coworker was like, yo, I got a funny story to tell you, I jacked off on the drive home, I'd be like, I'm not fucking talking to this person ever again. Like,
How personal were you with the folks at Applebee's? Because I would not have told them a thing.
Well, there was two of them specifically. Well, three of them that were like, they were pretty cool dudes. They were like our age, and they are pretty similar to us. Like they have like, you know, the same kind of sense of humor and stuff. And I was just friends with them. Like I talked to them and I would tell them funny shit. That's just kind of how I am. Like I'll just say like really like obscure off the wall shit to try to be funny. So yeah, that was just. I thought that was very appropriate.
Yeah, I guess. What the fuck, dude? I don't know. I mean, we've all been there where it's like you're driving home and you're like, man, wouldn't that be crazy if I just like jacked off? But like, you're never gonna do it.
I'm a fucking madman, dude. I'm glad I didn't get pulled over.
He's a fucking menace. That would've been funny.
Fucking stiff in my hand.
What does it look like, officer?
You want to give me some privacy, please? I ain't hurt nobody.
I know my rights.
Yeah, dude, that's fucking nuts. That's mental.
I mean, I didn't get in a car accident, so
Wouldn't that be awful?
I don't think I have,
you
like...
fucking get in a car accident, they find you with your dick in your hand.
Yeah, wouldn't your parents love that? You're like, yo, why is this dick out?
You didn't have a seatbelt on. It just flew out.
No. I don't think I have, like, anything that even, like, touches any of those three. Like,
Really?
Yeah,
Those
I
are the
don't
only
either.
three that I can think of that were, like, really funny.
Yeah, the only bold thing I did was what I stated as jacking off at school, but...
And you jack off at work, too, at Burger King?
I did at Burger King, yeah.
I could never imagine that jacking off at work.
Yeah, Jesus, dude, I would never check all of it. Fuck that. God, yeah, no, I never jacked off in, like, a weird place.
You're too vanilla for us.
I guess. I'm trying to think. I mean, I did in a gas station bathroom once, but I can't imagine that that's, like, super weird.
That's not that weird, yeah.
But I was a lot younger. I was a lot more virile. I was able to pull off some crazy shit like that. Nowadays, no way, man. I gotta go to sleep, you know?
The car incident, this probably happened in, like...
I don't want to know how recent it was.
Well, that was when I worked at Applebee's, so that was in, like...
Yeah, that was not that long
like,
ago.
March?
Holy fuck. It was 2018?
Yeah.
You're still doing crazy shit like that, huh?
Yeah, I still would if some crazy
Man,
shit... I would never do it...
Shit.
That's the thing, is, like, I would never do it again. I just do it once for the, like, to say, yeah, I've done that. Because it's funny.
Yeah.
But I like, never want to jack off in the car while I'm driving again, because that was really... It was hard.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, well, okay. I guess the craziest one that I have is not even that crazy. It was in a KFC bathroom in LA. I tried, and then someone knocked on the door, and I was like, fuck, I can't.
That just kills the chub.
Here's the shitty situation, so I was staying with that dude at his place, like, in his living room, and it's like, obviously, I didn't have a lot of privacy there, and so I was like, one day I just was like, I kind of wanted to
gotta
jack
get this
off.
monster
I gotta
out
fucking
of
jack
me.
off, man.
Gotta get this monster out of me.
Yo, and it's like I couldn't do it there, so I was like, well, fuck. I was like, why don't I just go?
Wait, couldn't you do it when he was sleeping or something?
Like, that dude never left. Like, I'm thinking, for a while he didn't have a job, so he was always there. And so I was like, I fucking go somewhere. I was like, I knew KFC just had, like, a single person bathroom with, like, a fucking deadbolt and a door lock. So I was like, okay, no one's fucking getting in there. So I fucking walked my happy little ass onto KFC. And yeah, I tried, but fucking knock on the door and some dude was like, yo, anyone in there? And I'm like, yup. It's like, almost done. I was like, fuck you, man. But that's the craziest one. That's not even that crazy.
That doesn't count because you didn't achieve climax.
I didn't even jack off. I, like, tried to. But it's fucking nerve-wracking in a public place like that. Like, fucking anything could happen, dude. There could be, like, a fucking mass shooter could walk in and start
getting robbed
and start blowing brains out in KFC, and I'm just, like, giving myself brain in the fucking bathroom.
Fuck's in the bathroom?
Holy fuck. Who the fuck's...
God damn it.
That'd be fucking terrifying. Imagine like jacking off and just hearing like a fucking machine gun go off.
Who's the fucking bathroom?
It came off way funnier than I thought it was.
I can't stop.
he kicks the door down and you're just sitting there.
Oh, alright, dude.
Okay, I see you, dude.
I see you, bro. He just goes on.
Hey, why's he gotta talk like that, guys?
Oh. Because it's urban people.
That's how people talk in the cities.
Oh yeah, is that how they all talk? They're all, hey, bruh, A, B, I see you. That's how everyone talks.
In the cities, yeah, I know a lot of white people that talk like that.
All right, name 5 of them right now.
I don't want to air that out on.
Oh yeah, you don't want to air that out. Why? Because they all seem to maybe fit a description or something.
Yeah, because they're white.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm just saying maybe we shouldn't conform the shooter to a fucking race.
Well, shooters are usually white.
Yeah, that's true.
Yo,
Yeah.
who the fuck is in the bathroom?
Excuse me, who the fuck is in the bathroom right now? I'm trying to shoot up KFC. And you're inconveniencing my day because I have to rock a piss. My name's Michael. The mass shooter.
It's not a mass shooter, though. He's just trying to rob the place.
I was under the impression that he was the mass shooter.
Yeah, I did too. He said that.
Why would you be a mass shooter just in a KFC?
I pictured like some dude with like the fucking AR walking into
Yeah.
KFC and fucking
that makes it a little bit funnier.
busting shit up. That's why it was so funny to me. I was like, Jesus. What the hell?
Yeah, if he was robbing the place, why would he care who's in the bathroom? I mean, the shooter wants to get as much people as possible.
That's true. He just leaves you.
Alright, I see you.
I see you. Bust that nut. Like points the gun at you. You better fucking jack off.
You better nut for me right now.
I want you to nut in the toilet, please. Don't get it on the floor.
Be decent.
Have some discretion. This is a family establishment.
That's why you're just not in your boxers.
I'm done with you, man. I'm done. I can't.
The old Greg Tuck.
Yeah.
You're fucking crazy, dude. The nurse's office? Insane.
Which one's the crazier, the nurse's office or the car? The driving?
Probably a nurse's office.
What?
Yeah, dude.
No way.
Because in the car, you're leaving Applebee's at night. You have, like, more privacy that way. No one's gonna fucking see you, like...
Well, I remember I was driving, and every time a car would go by, I would just, like... act normal.
As if they could see in your fucking car in the middle of the night.
Is that dude jacking off?
Jeez. No, dude, the nurse's office, things could go so wrong so quickly. Like...
What if Mr. G walked? Hey.
Hey.
You better knock it off.
Cut that out.
Oh my God.
He like knows too. He like quickly opens up the curtains, like, "Hey, knock it off!" And then he just like slams it back and fucking walks away.
Walks away. Like he could hear you jacking off in there. Oh shit, man! What the fuck? We spent too long talking about this shit. We got derailed very quickly.
Thanks to Greg.
Man, you were the ones talking about being in a KFC bathroom during a mass shooting.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I was telling my story. That's my craziest story. I've never, like, jacked off in a weird place, I guess.
Man, sorry, podcast listeners.
What are you doing?
I'm trying to get comfortable.
You're not comfortable there?
I like to be different.
I like to be different.
I'm the guy.
I'm the quirky friend.
Yeah, I'm the weird one.
I'm the nonconformist.
Look at me sitting on the floor like a...
Yeah, I'm sitting on the
fucking
floor like
asshole.
an actual punk. I'm an actual hardcore punk right now.
Okay, nice DCL. Nice DCL swim and dive.
I'm so punk that I'm punk. Like anti-punk. Counterculture for punk.
Okay, so what do you listen to? Like Coldplay?
Big Radiohead fan.
Listen to Post.
You big. Okay, computer, is that your shit?
Listen to Post Malone.
That doesn't make any sense. You ruined the joke.
You just whatever momentum that joke had, you just derailed it.
I'm sorry, I'm not feeling myself today.
Because you didn't jack off on the drive here?
Because I haven't jacked off today. I have all that pent up.
So now you're getting like those hallucinations and cold sweats.
Yeah, I'm
from
starting
not
to
jacking off in a
starting to
long time.
get like schizophrenic and like
Going
losing touch with
going
reality.
through jack off withdrawals.
That's pretty fucking crazy.
I was gonna jack off before you came over, but
Fuck that. No, dude.
then I was like, man, I gotta clean my car. I got shit to do. God damn it.
Alright, guys, we derailed this podcast pretty fucking good.
How? This is what we're talking about, masturbating.
Yeah, but like now we're just talking about random shit.
No, I was still talking about masturbating.
I guess. I don't know. I feel like we derailed it super far.
Man, I can't believe I'm the only one that's got a fucking crazy jack off story.
I don't got anything, man. I guess I don't have the balls to fucking do that shit. Like,
Alright, well,
I just wait till I'm at home.
Alright, well, we've talked about this a little bit outside of podcasts and stuff, but have your guys' taste in porn changed at all since we last talked about it?
Since we last talked about
I
it?
actually don't remember what you guys said, so...
I didn't say anything. I wasn't there.
Yeah, you were here. We talked about this when... Remember when we were talking about, like, bondage and shit?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I'm
Yeah.
still watching gay porn, guys. If that's what you're wondering.
All right, next subject.
I just want to throw that out there and clarify that I'm extremely vanilla.
Yeah, you are pretty vanilla. I've seen the porn you watch. Man courts girl for 3 months, then begins intimate relationship. Very vanilla.
Man has platonic 1-year relationship before having sex.
Before asking
1 year platonic.
Before asking for consent.
That's the kind of shit Greg looks up.
Yeah. Well, no, this dude, we did a podcast that we didn't put out because it
was
never
pretty
fucking
bunk.
happened. Yeah, it was pretty bad. But he was like telling me that he used to like.
Fuck. Ow.
Are you okay?
Mr. Kunky down there.
I forgot about that. My fucking like shit gets fucked up. Every time I like crouch down low like that, and then I like quickly turn my
What,
leg.
your hammies?
I get it's like in like my fucking joint or something. Like it's.
Yeah, attention, guys. Greg just hurt himself real bad trying to get up off of the floor at
joints
21 years old.
My fucking joints like lock up in my leg.
No.
Ow! I still can barely.
Can you
move my
shut
leg.
up? I'm trying to
Okay,
talk.
go on. I'm sorry.
Like I was saying, no, he was saying on that podcast we did, he used to like go to shit like boobs.com
Oh no. That was bigtits.com.
or bigtits.com.
Is that a real place?
Apparently.
Yeah, I still go there sometimes to watch. I have like you guys have like a go-to video. Yeah, I remember you guys. We talked about this. You have like a go-to video,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
like your special video.
My special lady.
And yeah, mine is on there.
Bigtits.com. That's where his special lady
This
resides.
podcast has been sponsored by BigTits.com.
Man,
Yeah, can we get that sponsorship? Can
actually,
we get
you don't want porn sponsorships.
Why?
Because I heard something I was watching on like Twitch. These guys were doing a podcast and they were talking about it. And the dude was saying like if you get sponsored by like a porn site or something, that like you burn like a lot of bridges.
I suppose
So,
no one
like-
wants to be associated.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
no other brands will like associate with you.
What a joke.
Come on, guys, it's 2018.
Why don't we just recognize
Everybody
sex
watches
work?
porn.
Yeah,
Criminalize porn 2020.
Criminalize porn. If you're watching porn,
illegal.
you're gonna get arrested.
Gonna get your dick cut off.
No, but yeah, bigtits.com. That's some shit. I'll tell you what.
What was your guys' first porn websites?
You jizz.
That was the other one I couldn't remember.
Mine was XNXX.
I've never heard of that.
Mine wasn't really like websites necessarily. My introduction to it, I used to just like read stories online.
Oh,
Well-
some erotic fiction?
Well, I mean, that wasn't the first like interaction I had, but like the first site that I went to.
Thanks for interrupting me.
Wait, you just finished your story.
No, I was
because he was just about to go on.
No, because you clarified that well, you've obviously been on porn sites, and that wasn't the first porn site.
Okay,
we're
but yeah,
talking
the
about.
first porn site that I was on, I think was like X Hamster or something like that.
What? What's that?
I don't know. It's just like it's like a fucking low budget Pornhub.
Guinea pig gets nailed hard.
No, I know how it sounds, dude. All I was doing, I was like Google searching for porn, and like the X Hamster links would come up. So I just started going on there and searching stuff. And then after that, I moved to Pornhub.
How far can this water bottle go?
What?
The little water bottle in there.
Water bottle squirts in hamster's face. No, fucking yeah. I don't know, but that wasn't like. I never like found this site.
Yeah, I
anything. It was
remember.
just,
Yeah,
like,
we talked about that
links.
before. You said your first like interaction was like reading shit.
Yeah, I just like I don't know. I just was reading like stories online, and then just like thinking that was like the shit for a long time. And even after I found like video porn, I would still read the stories sometimes too, because I was like just so accustomed to them, and I almost liked them more for a while.
By the way, I brought this topic up because I recently started reading a manga that is about like a kid growing up, and there's a funny fucking chapter or story in the manga when he like first jacks off. And it's just really funny. So and then I was like, oh yeah, and then I started thinking about it too because it reminded me of like my childhood and shit.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I brought up the fucking jacking off and stuff.
Yeah, I think jacking off is important. I mean, it helps prevent prostate cancer.
Is that actually proven?
Yeah, they say if you masturbate like 27 or 28 times a month, it can like help reduce your like risk for prostate cancer like a very large amount. Apparently, there's research somewhere to back that up. So
Sweet. Well, that's good for your health then. Unless you do it like me and do it 2 or 3 times a day.
Jesus, what the fuck?
I maybe do it like twice a week.
That's a lot.
Just kidding. It's only like once a day.
Still, that's like 365 times a year.
I probably do it like 400 plus times a year.
Oh,
Alright.
shit.
Now that I think about it, that's not even that much.
That's kind of a lot. In a year?
A year's a long time though.
Yeah, but you if you're doing like 400 plus, that's more than one a day, like on average.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy.
All right.
You got the stamina to fuck year round, like no breaks, not even a fucking day off. Like, let me just chill and enjoy what's around me.
The only time I don't jack off is like when I'm sick,
Why?
because I usually don't have enough energy. Like if I got the flu or something and I can't move, that's the only time that's like, oh yeah, I'm not gonna.
That's
jack
true.
off.
When I get cancer, I find it pretty hard to jack off. When I'm focused on the cancer killing me, it's hard for me to fucking jack off. So I can relate to that.
All right. What about you, Zach? What's your first interaction with porn?
Yeah, when I was a little kid, I would look up, like, I'd make sure, like, turn off the safe search on Google. That classic trick. And I'd look up boobs and stuff like that.
Boobs.
But eventually, yeah, I got into the site X and XX. Before I even knew how to jack off, I just watched the porn without doing anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, what the fuck? No way, man. I never did that.
Well, yeah, well, I like there were these games I would play, like I went through like these weird phases when I was a kid. Like I would go through like like phases of like certain like IPs. So like there's like a year when I was like super into Sonic, and like a year when I was super into Star Wars and like shit like that, and I would just like obsess over it and just go crazy. And then like I remember I'd play these Sonic games, and I found this one site where it was like this one girl character from Sonic, and like you would like use the mouse and like scratch off her clothes, and you would see her boobs, and I'd be like, what is this?
What?
Wow.
That was I remember that because that was like one of the first like internet experiences I had with like porn.
How crazy is that like there was like an entire genre of games that were just like literally like some to some extent like removing a girl's clothes.
You guys never played games like that?
I never did.
Yeah, no, not really. The only like dress up game I played was like dress up Yoda because you could dress him up like a gangster, and then he'd say like some crazy like hood shit to you. You like put the right clothes on him, like smack a bitch, I will, or like some stuff like that.
And like I'd play like dress up Mario and shit.
No, I won't play dress up Mario because I'm not a fucking idiot. But
fuck you.
Okay, Nintendo is fucking overrated as all goddamn hell.
Yeah.
Wait, are you serious?
I'm dead fucking serious.
dead serious.
Why?
Too.
I could give a shit less about anything Nintendo does ever.
Why do you guys... Dude, Nintendo is the most underrated fucking franchise right now. Brand.
No.
Nobody...
It's the most overrated, overhyped bullshit. The characters like are just not great to me.
Like legit, the only reason why people like you dick ride Nintendo so much is because you grew up with it. It's just nostalgic. Like me, I never...
still good games.
Why do people play Super Smash? So you can be every fucking character that you played when you grew up.
Because I never grew up with anything Nintendo, so I don't have the nostalgia shades, you know? So that's
why I don't like Halo. Halo's dumb.
I see a bunch of stupid cartoon characters.
No, I played Halo when I was a kid, and I still don't like Halo. That shows how bad it is.
Kirby, more like Kirby somewhere else, you fucking pink retard. That's all I have to say about it. Those are my final thoughts.
No, dude, Nintendo's cool.
No, dude, honestly...
The new games that Nintendo comes out with are still cool. Like, I still play them.
The old ones, like, fuck Mario.
Fuck Zelda.
No, okay, fuck like Mario 1 and 2, but Mario 3, Super Mario 3 is really good.
Fuck Super Mario 3, fuck Mario Kart, fuck all that shit.
Okay, Mario Kart is one of the best games
No, it's not. Mario Kart is the stupidest fucking game. I'm coming for your life right now, dude. I'm just so sick of people always talking about the fucking Nintendo Switch and how Animal Crossing's so sick.
Yeah, Animal Crossing is sick.
You know where the craziest place I jacked off is? In fucking Animal Crossing, because I'm a fucking Nintendo fag.
God, I don't know why you guys are going in on Nintendo so hard right now.
Guess what? If I could go to Nintendo headquarters right now and I could bring one thing with me, I'd bring my fucking AK-47. I would show them how to play a real fucking game. You wouldn't
bring your bazooka or your rocket launcher?
Yeah, I'd bring my rocket launcher too, secondary. I got AK-47 primary with Master Key and
Man, you guys are insane.
RPG.
You guys are insane if you're...
A Spetsnaz RPG as my secondary.
If you think that Donkey Kong Country isn't a good game...
Fuck Donkey Kong.
You guys are insane.
Fuck Donkey Kong.
Oh my god.
All that shit. I could live my whole life without ever hearing about Nintendo ever again. I'm about to mute Nintendo on Twitter after this.
You guys are actually crazy.
No,
well, it's because Cave and I didn't grow up with it. I mean, it's pure nostalgia.
Yeah.
No,
we can look at it up like in a different point of view.
That's how you guys. That I could say the same about you guys then, because you played fucking Xbox.
I'm not saying you can't.
I grew up with all of them though, except for Xbox. That's why Xbox is trash.
So you're proving my point.
There's only one game I like, and it's Call of Duty. That's the only game I like to play because you can hop online with a mic. You can say some mean shit to some kids. You can fucking get on some bitchin' ass kill streaks.
Oh yeah? Then how come I like Splatoon even though that came out like a couple of years ago?
Because you're a Nintendo fanboy. And you'll jack off over anything Nintendo touches.
I don't like a lot of the games fucking Nintendo.
Okay, actually,
though.
can I retract some of my statements about Nintendo because he showed me Splatoon and that actually looked kind of fun.
Okay, because I'm by myself now.
But it's still fuck nostalgic Nintendo. Like,
yeah, I agree with that. Like, a lot of the old games are trash.
Yeah, like Mario.
Yeah, most of them, yeah.
And, like, especially Super Mario 3. Is Pokemon Nintendo?
Nope.
What are they?
No,
Yes, they are.
pretty sure they are.
Yeah, they are.
Pokemon was actually kind of fun.
Yeah, okay.
But the first time I played it, I had,
Well,
like...
Pokemon, like, the first generation is trash.
Like, Red and all that shit?
Yeah, those are garbage.
No, those are fun.
No.
The first time I played it, though...
Pokemon Crystal and Pokemon Platinum.
Okay,
are the
I also
best.
had to get a fucking emulator. I never had a Game Boy. My mom wouldn't let me get one. So the first time I played it, I was in fucking high school. I was like 16 or 17 when I first played Pokemon.
I played Yellow when I was in high school, and it was trash. I played Fire Red.
I don't know. I thought
Fire Red was the remake.
I thought they were fun.
Was it in color?
Yeah.
Like, how much color? Like, full color, or was it just like...
It was like full color.
Then you were playing Fire Red then.
Okay. Well, I played Emerald too.
Yeah. Well, those are cool, yeah. Fire Red and, like, Leaf Green,
Mm-hmm.
those are good games. But, like, the original Red, Blue, and Yellow, those are trash.
Yeah, whatever the fuck I was playing, I thought was fun. But I had to do the emulator shit.
Emerald is a good one, too. Crystal, Emerald, Platinum are the best ones.
Nice.
Yeah, I like Pokemon.
Yeah. So maybe it's not completely fuck Nintendo. I just hate like all the fucking fanboys on Twitter jacking each other off about it.
I actually don't even like Smash Bros that much. It's just kind of like...
Yeah, dude, I used to try to play Smash Bros with people when I was younger, and I just thought it was like the dumbest fucking game ever.
It's the only one I kind of like is Melee because of like how fast paced and like
that game is just too much of a clusterfuck. It's like, what the fuck is even going on? Like, can I just play Mortal Kombat like a normal person, fight one dude, whoop his ass, and then just like get on to the next one?
Man, rip Mortal Kombat. The first Mortal Kombats were trash, but Mortal Kombat
X,
Mortal Kombat 9 and Mortal Kombat it was like on the PS2. I don't remember which one it was, but that there's like the mid-era Mortal Kombats. Those are good, but Mortal Kombat X is trash. That game is so bad.
have you ever played Mortal Kombat?
No, my parents never let me play any violent games till I was like 14.
They would let me. My parents would let me play Grand Theft Auto, but they wouldn't let me play Mortal Kombat.
My parents would not let me play Grand Theft Auto. We had GTA 3 for PS2, and my mom like took that game and hid it. Fucking, that was the only game we couldn't play, and I was so pissed because everyone in school was like, "Yeah, Grand Theft Auto's fucking sick, dude." And like, I was like, "Yeah, I have it, but my mom fucking stole it, so I don't know where the hell it is." And then by the time we got it back, she'd already given away the PS2 and all the games, but not Grand Theft Auto because she had it hidden. So now we just have fucking Grand Theft Auto for PS2, but no PS2 play.
Dude, my parents loved Grand Theft Auto when I was a kid, so like they would let me play it because they played it a lot too. We had like all of them. We had like GTA 3, 4, San Andreas, Vice City Stories, Liberty City Stories, and then GTA 5 came out when I was in like high school.
Yeah.
So like at that time I just bought it myself.
GTA 5 was the shit. I went crazy on that game.
Yeah, but I did too.
Yeah.
I remember the one thing that I wanted out of that game, which is kind of problematic. I thought it would be funny at the time if they had like incorporated a school bus into the game with a fully functioning school where like it would like run on like a loop where like the bus would come and like pick up a bunch of kids and like drive and drop the kids off and then like go back, pick up kids and shit during the day. And I was like, man, how fucking funny would it be if you like took a fire truck and like got outside the school, with like the fucking hose and just like hose down all these kids as they're trying to like get on the bus. Or you'd like fucking get in, like hijack the bus and like drive it into like a fucking river or something, like, or off the mountain.
I remember in Grand Theft Auto 4 you could shoot up the hospital. Yeah.
That would be my shit. I love
domestic terrorism.
I'm a fucking sadist in Grand Theft Auto.
Actually, yeah, I remember like the first time I ever played Grand Theft Auto was I think it was at when I was like in 9th grade, and I remember just maniacally laughing, just like killing people. That's I got like, such a thrill.
That
from
game
it.
is my fucking shit. I could play like free roam Grand Theft Auto for hours on it.
Oh, definitely.
Like my favorite thing to do, like, lately, I don't play it a lot anymore, but I would love to just, like, go downtown and you put, like, the fucking C4 on, like, a car. Yeah. And then you let it, like, merge onto the freeway and then just fucking blow the whole shit to Kingdom Come. Like, yeah, that's funny to me.
We would all look up cheat codes. Like,
oh, you have to have the cheats on.
Yeah,
definitely.
Especially now that they fucked you with, like, 5-minute invincibility.
Yeah, that's so stupid. Like, why?
Right, like,
and then when it wears off, you have to do that fucking complicated code again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, my dad and I would like look up cheat codes, and like we would like make a goal to see how long we could get 5 stars.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we would like spawn in a tank. Mm-hmm. And then just
Wanted Level Down was the only one I had memorized because it took me no time at all to get fucking 5-star cops, and I would just be like, I gotta get this shit down.
We would purposely, where we would like max out the stars, and then we would just see how long we could stay alive. That's like what we do.
I was always like, get my Wanted Level Down. I wanted to be like unsuspecting to like pass like people in the game. Like I would just go like stand on the freeway with like a fucking rocket launcher and just like shoot a fucking car up. That's what was funny to me. Or like you get all like the country cops on you, and then you drive up the mountain and just go like flying off the edge, and all the cars would be like fucking jumping off with you, like in the Dukes of Hazzard or some crazy shit. Like,
or in San Andreas, they had a jetpack.
Oh yeah.
What?
Yeah, and
that's nuts.
You could get a jetpack and then fly around. I don't think you could kill people with it though. You could just get it and then fly around everywhere.
That's cool, though. I love going to the pier in Grand Theft Auto 5 with, like, a fucking machine gun and just, like, lighting it up.
Lighting up this joint?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really enjoy Grand Theft Auto that much anymore. It's just kind of boring.
I don't know. I like it. It's fun to just go dick around for a while.
You guys ever get so bored in Grand Theft Auto that you start following the like traffic rules and stuff like that?
I did that a lot. See how long I could like actually drive the normal.
When I was first introduced to Grand Theft Auto 5, what I used to do is like, you know how like you could give people like rides to like a destination or something. I used to like pick people up and I would like drive them the whole way to their like deal where they got to get off, and then I would just like get out and fucking like beat the shit out of them with like a baseball bat until they died. And I would just, like, do that over and over. Then I get back in the car and, like, go pick someone else up, drive them out to where they needed to go. They'd be like, oh, thank you. And then I get out of the car and fucking kill them.
Who's the best Grand Theft Auto 5 character out of the 3? What is it? Michael, Franklin, and Trevor?
Trevor. Because he reminds me of here. Because Trevor is the most relatable. Because I know people that are actually like him.
Yeah, I would have to say Trevor. I mean, I like Franklin too, though.
I'm not racist, so...
It's not racist.
Yeah, Franklin's a black stereotype. He's a thug.
Well, Trevor's a white stereotype.
White trash stereotype.
Yeah, they're all stereotypes.
Yeah, but how come they have 2 white guys and then 1 black guy?
Do you want them to have 2 black guys and 1 white guy?
Yeah, why can't they have a rich black guy and not...
Franklin ends up being rich. You get that nice place.
Yeah, have you seen his house in GTA 5?
I guess. Yeah, but he's a thug, though.
So? It's racist to assume that because a black person is a thug, it's racist.
That in itself is more racist.
Yeah, that's just like a problematic mindset to have.
I guess another point is that
black men can be whatever they want to be. Franklin is entitled to the life he created for himself.
I mean, it's also Grand Theft Auto, so it's not like you can have a totally law-abiding character anyway.
Yeah, like we want Franklin to be like a stockbroker or something. Like
He follows. You have to follow like the road traffic when you play.
Yeah, when you switch to him, you can't like break a fucking law.
That would be interesting.
That would be really funny, actually. Like, because isn't there like a secret character that you can unlock in that game?
I don't think so.
Or something, or like say you did have a secret character you could unlock, and then it's like a character you have to like abide by all the laws. Like that's the fun part.
That'd be cool, yeah.
DLC.
I can't believe they're still coming out with DLC for GTA 5.
I don't think they're gonna make another one. I think they're just gonna.
That game is so dead, though. Like,
yeah.
I don't know anybody that plays that game.
You have to keep coming. You have to come out with a new game. Like no one's gonna keep buying fucking GTA 5. Like
yeah, they still sell GTA 5 for like $60. It's crazy.
No, I thought it was cheaper than that.
Well, maybe on like console, but like for PC, it's still.
I don't know about
like
PC,
$60.
but
Yeah, because we're not a bunch of nerds.
yeah, PC gamer over here.
I don't know. I think you guys are still crazy for just trying to shit on Nintendo. Like, how you gonna just shit on Nintendo and not like PlayStation and Xbox?
I mean, I can shit on PlayStation too. There's a lot of fucking dumb games on there.
Yeah, it was a lot of dumb games on all of them.
Yeah, I just think Nintendo is overhyped. Was like the big thing I was saying. Like, people treat it like it's a fucking god of like all games. Like, oh, we have Mario and Zelda and fucking Donkey Kong and all this shit.
Well, I mean,
like,
yeah, because
those games aren't even
I
that
guess.
good. Like,
I don't know. You've obviously never played Zelda then, because Zelda's a really good game.
No, when I used to hang out with John Rastine, he'd have me play Zelda, and
it's too hard. It's too complicated.
No, it's stupid.
I actually gotta solve puzzles. It's too hard. Dude, Zelda is so hard. I had to I played the
check
whole
out
game.
this
I
guy.
had to look up guides.
I want to play a game and solve puzzles.
I'm an intellectual.
I had to
Time to go jack off in my car.
I would play. I remember I played.
You played yourself.
I played Ocarina of Time on my phone on an emulator, and I would play it on my phone and then on YouTube on a computer watch a guide. So I was basically just following a guide the whole game because there was the puzzles were so hard. Every dungeon I would have to stop and look at what to do because it was so hard.
Damn.
Same with Majora's Mask. Majora's Mask was a really hard one too.
Sorry, Cave and I aren't man children.
You guys don't understand what a good game is.
Yeah, why don't you go get married to your mannequin girlfriend, you fucking weirdo.
or Yoshi's Island.
Gross. No, don't even try to hype up a game that's just a fucking retard child of Mario.
Wait, it's Baby Mario and Yoshi.
Yeah, who gives a shit? I could give a shit about adult Mario.
Yoshi's cool though. Yoshi's the coolest Mario character.
He's not.
Or Birdo. Because Birdo's trans.
You don't know who the coolest Mario character is?
What?
None of them.
Hey, let's take a hard switch on this and talk about trans culture in video games.
I love it. It's there.
Because we're talking about Mario. You guys know who Birdo is? No, because you guys don't give a fuck about Nintendo.
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
She, I don't know if it's a she. I think, it's like Yoshi kind of. It's like a dinosaur, pink dinosaur. Mm-hmm. But it's actually a dude.
Well, could it just be a metrosexual Yoshi?
Like a cross-dresser?
I don't know because in cause in one of the game books or whatever they stated that it's a Birdo is actually a guy, but he dresses like a girl and he talks like a girl.
Well, do they pick the skin color? Does Yoshi pick the color of his fucking skin?
Oh no, it's not. No, it's not like Yoshi. It's a different. It looks like Yoshi, but it's a different.
But it's wearing feminine clothes.
It's a totally different creature.
Can you pull up a picture of it? I kind of want to see it.
Birdo is
I'll look it up.
I got it on my phone. It's like a pink dinosaur.
Yeah, I would have to see it to really. like grasp what this thing is.
You probably seen her before.
I bet you I have. I would just need to like. Oh, okay, that thing. Yeah.
Let me see. Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's actually it's a dude.
Okay, I can see why you would think that that's trans.
What do you mean you could see why? It's obviously like trans.
I think that's cool. They're like pushing the culture.
Yeah,
forward.
it's cool.
Are there any other trans game characters?
Yeah, there's also Poison from Street Fighter.
Is
She's
that
hot
like
as fuck. I'd smash.
trans man or trans
Poison's
woman?
hot. Trans woman. So man that went to woman.
Okay.
How come it's always men? How come it's always trans women in video games? Huh? Why is there never women that become men in video games?
That's true. If you had like a Butch in Street Fighter, game over.
Dude, Poison's hot as fuck.
Pull it up.
Poison's the hottest.
That's a pretty bold claim. The hottest woman in Street Fighter.
Yes, she is really. I think.
I think I've played Street Fighter. I might know.
I've never actually played Street Fighter. That's probably why I hate it.
How do you know who this is then?
Because uncle, like family, is really into Street Fighter, so they got like. I know the characters just because it's such a popular game that I know the characters.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see.
She's trans.
So does she have a backstory?
I think just in like in the game, like in the like back in the day, they used to have like the little booklets that would explain the story and shit. And then like the booklet, it said that she was like a man or something.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
That's
It
cool
might
as
have been. Some of them are just like translation errors, but
Yeah. That's still cool though. I mean, to like give representation to
yeah.
for
I
trans
think it's
people in
yeah.
video
I think
games.
it's cool how like
Because I mean, gaming culture is huge and only getting bigger. So I mean, you're gonna have to like. People were always like threw a fit about like, oh, like online like Call of Duty, like, you know, why can't there be women and stuff? People are like, well, it has to be authentic. It's like it's just a fucking game. Like,
Yeah.
who cares? Like, if someone wants to like play as a woman because it makes them feel like they can relate to the game a little more, why not? Like,
that's also another good point I saw or like heard about for that is like people will say that, yeah, like, oh, I want it to be authentic, but like it in the game it's like takes like 4 hits to kill and like you can just heal and run away like nothing happened, and there's like it's just like it's like cartoony because like there's so much over exaggerated shit.
Are people gonna look to like fucking Call of Duty World War II to reference like history? Like, if that's not authentic, like we're not gonna know what happened in World War II. Like,
exactly.
as if the history books don't explain it well enough that like women weren't fucking fighting in World War II. Like, I mean, like, you know what I mean. Like, obviously,
Yeah.
women fought and stuff. But
I don't know.
like,
No, women weren't
Halo's
fighting in World War II, were they?
what?
Women weren't allowed in World War II.
I don't think so.
Not as like
They were,
foot
like,
soldiers.
Probably like medics. Or
Medics,
shit like
Yeah.
that.
But like some of them would sneak in and shit.
Yeah, as they would sneak in.
I just didn't want to make it sound like women didn't do anything in
Yeah.
World War
Yeah.
II, because that's not true. But
Halo's fighting for women's rights. You can play as a female Spartan in Halo Reach. Just
Yeah,
to, just
I
to see
remember
the
that.
cake.
just to see
You can't see the cake though because they're so like bulky and
No, you can. They got booty.
They got
Really?
they got a
I
little
don't
cake.
remember that.
They gave him a little cake.
Yeah.
I don't remember that in Reach.
No, yeah. I just find that argument ridiculous.
There's been
where it's
female
like,
Spartans though, hasn't there?
Yeah, there is.
So that's
I mean-
like canon. It's not like they just fucking changed up the lore just to like.
Yeah.
well, like as much as I hate Fortnite, I think it's good that like it was just like male and female characters. You don't like fucking pick. You just get one.
That's true. Yeah.
I think that's like a good way to just kind of push it forward, especially for all the young kids now, to just like start playing more and more games
to
like that.
see them equally, yeah, like
Because it's like, you think about when we were growing up, it's like you're like exclusively like playing as like a man in
Yeah,
like
you
almost
can
every
never-
fucking game.
the
Like,
only from when I was a kid, the only game I could remember that had female character.
it was like if you're playing like
was
Laura
Tomb-
Croft or
Tomb
something.
Raider.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Yeah.
Tomb Raider is the
yeah.
only one I can think of.
You remember Mirror's Edge?
Yeah, the first one you don't play as a girl, do you?
I think you do. I've never played the first one, but
I don't know.
But yeah, I don't know. I think it's like cool to just because, like I said, I mean, it's a huge fucking culture, and it's like if you're giving like representation to all different types of people, it's a good thing because it's becoming a bigger part of people's lives. Fuck, dude. I saw like they had like a fucking big Fortnite commercial on like cable TV, and like Ninja was in it and all this shit, and I was like, that's fucking wild. It's just crazy.
Yeah, I think it's good that men and women are being, or like specifically women are getting more attention in games. They're being represented a lot more.
Yeah. Well, I think that's just something like, okay, guys, we're gonna have a fucking martyr podcast right now. Well, that's just like in everything, because I know like in like music too, they talk like the whole thing is like. Spotify did that deal where it would like analyze your stuff and see like how many female artists you're listening to and try to like recommend you more like with a curated playlist, and it kind of backfired because it was just like recommending you like generic ass like pop songs. So it's like if you were listening to like underground stuff, it wouldn't recommend you like underground female artists. It's just like, oh, you might like Pink or Katy Perry, like. Which
you
was
might
stupid.
like Nicki Minaj. You might like Cardi B.
Yeah, but it's like, oh, also, fuck, the Cardi B thing. I got a crazy story about that in a second. But no, it's like, I know there was like something that was brought up where it was like, someone asked a question, I forget where, but it was like, how many female artists are like in your playlist? Like, how many are you listening to? And I was thinking about it. I was like, damn, like I really do listen to like mostly male artists, which I think is fair to an extent.
It's not my fault girls suck at making music.
But like I feel like you're gonna listen to more of like someone that's gonna represent your voice, and I'm a man, so I'm generally gonna enjoy like listening to a man on a song.
Yeah, I wonder if like females, like if women, if like their playlists are more female oriented.
Oh, yeah.
Are they though?
To an extent, I mean, like I've noticed. Well, I guess I will say the one thing I've noticed with like a lot of girls is like it's almost like they don't care as much. It's pretty well split. I mean, they definitely listen to more female artists than we do.
I think that's
but
true,
like
yeah.
It almost feels like they don't really care. It's like
because
a song is a song to them, and I feel like there's a huge stigma around like a dude that listens to like a lot of female artists. It's like, oh, are you gay? Like, why are you listening to all these
because
women?
like when you normally think of like fans of like Pink or fucking Katy Perry and shit, you just imagine like a whole crowd of like girls.
Yeah. Or like gay men.
There's a lot of cool female musicians in the metal scene.
Yeah.
Like Chelsea Wolfe, for example. I love Chelsea Wolfe. Jucifer, yep, Jucifer. Witch Mountain and Oathbreaker.
Doesn't Cradle of Filth have a female singer?
Yeah.
Paramore. No.
Fuck Paramore.
But no, I think like we're getting closer and closer to a point where like the representation is getting better and better.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's just those kind of things definitely take time. You can't just force people.
Yeah, it has to evolve.
But like I was like with the games too. I mean, you grow up in a culture where it's so dominated. I mean, not so much in music as like compared to games, but I don't know. You just got to get out there and explore more. I mean, now compared to like 5 years ago, I listened to way more female artists than I did back then.
I mean, it's all around just, you know, Western culture, but like they are different because like there's like if you think of gaming, and like gaming didn't really start until like, or let's say console gaming, because that's like when, you know, gaming culture started to develop. Like that started in like what, the 90s probably.
I would say like modern gaming culture started in the 90s.
Yeah, so like that has like always been like super male oriented, and like there's very like, especially back then from like the 90s to like the 2000s, there was like very little female representation. But like in music, there's always been like a pretty large handful of female artists.
Yeah, it's always skewed more male than female.
Yeah,
I guess is what I'm saying. Like, because like I mean, there's always been a lot of female artists, but like it's also part of that stigma too. I think where like
I don't know, dude. I fucking love Carole King and Fleetwood Mac. And
no, dude,
Blondie and shit.
I like female artists too, but I just think there's like look at like a normal dude, you know, like if he's like listening to a lot of female artists, his friends might be
I guess a normal like fucking extremely masculine dude isn't gonna be like, yeah, I love Blondie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know,
that's just kind of like the toxic masculinity.
We're all very into music, so obviously we're gonna listen to whatever. We're gonna be all over the board, but like just a normal person that isn't as into it as we are, like they're not gonna like go out of their way to listen to all that kind of stuff, you know?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I think because we're just into music, that we don't care about like the image, or like the associations that like artists have.
Yeah.
Rather than like a fucking normal ass person.
Well, that's why I wonder, like do girls really like thoroughly enjoy like rap music? Like, because it's constantly like just like objectifying and like demeaning women. Like, would you want to listen to a song that just like fucking like a genre of music that just objectifies and like demeans you? Like,
I don't think women listen to like those kinds of songs though. Girls usually don't listen to stuff like that. Girls usually, when they like listen to like rap songs, they'll listen to like songs about smoking weed or like homies or something. Not like fucking some dude talking about pimping hoes.
Yeah, no, like I mean, I think because I feel that. I don't know. It's weird. Like I said, this is like the third time I'm saying it, but I think. It's a combination of, like, the stigma of, like, listening to a lot of female artists and, like, being, like, almost looked at in a different way along with, like, just, like, better representation and shit like that. I don't know. I mean...
How do you guys feel about toxic masculinity?
It's good. We need it.
What do you mean?
I like it. I like being toxic. I want to be a menace to society. The new Dylan Roof, baby, 2020. I'm just kidding. No, toxic masculinity is...
Do you think it's a real thing? You guys?
I think there's...
Do you not?
No, I think it's a real thing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think it's a real thing.
There's toxic masculinity, and then there's, like, fragile masculinity, you know?
Yeah. That's just
I think they go hand in hand.
Yeah, that's a part of toxic masculinity. Fucking dumbass.
Well, here's the thing. It's like, masculinity in and of itself can be a good thing. But, like, it's always pushed so fucking far to, like, the extreme.
I think it's just the same as, like, femininity. Like,
yeah.
It's...
There's a balance for them.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a yin and yang, but it's like you can overdo it so much in both areas, and it just becomes problematic. I mean, toxic masculinity is fucking very awful. I mean, it can be.
Yeah, I agree. I think that toxic masculinity is like a real thing. I don't think it's like a fucking major like
issue.
Yeah, like I don't want to say issue, but like I don't think it like how feminists usually describe it. It's like everything is toxic masculinity. Like I don't think that's like I don't think it's as big as everyone makes it sound.
Modern feminists like to exaggerate, but it's not saying there's nothing going on. Like there's still, you know, like bad traits to masculinity.
Yeah.
But
it's just it's so ingrained in the culture to like.
Well, I think there's bad traits in femininity too.
Oh, definitely.
No one ever focuses on females because of the fucking. Everyone's trying to be progressive.
Yeah.
I try to just be like totally neutral and like focus on both of them.
Well, I think maybe part of it could be too is like I mean, if we're trying to get the push behind females to get the equal representation that men are getting in all areas, they're going to need all that force behind them right now. So we might not be looking at femininity in a bad light, but once the representation is equal, the way it should be, then maybe we'll be able, like, we'll look at it and be like, okay, these are, like, problematic things that need to, like, go away.
Of both sides, yeah.
Yeah, but, like I said, they're going to need that push right now to, like, show all the people that, like, are just disregarding them, like, hey, we need to fucking, like, be treated as equals, you know?
Yeah.
Which is fucked up to, like, have that conversation, but, like, that's a real thing, you know? But yeah, I mean, toxic masculinity is fucking ridiculous. I mean, it's such a part of the culture to just, like, I mean, you think about, like, the way you're raised and just, like, different things you're told, like, being a guy and stuff. I mean, a lot of it, like, looking at it now that we, like, have the ability to see, like the what fact is problematic, it's like, my God, like,
yeah, like,
shit was really crazy.
Like, and when I was told as a kid to, like, you know, like, never hit a girl, and it's like, why can't I just be like, not hit anybody? You know, why is it just not hit a girl? Mm-hmm. I think it should be like, don't hit anybody. I
remember you telling me that, and, like, as stupid as it was, I was like, yeah, I mean, that's a fucking, like, not like that it was stupid, it was just stupid that, like, to me it was, like, eye-opening at the time, because I was just, like, fucking not thinking about things in that light, you know?
Yeah.
Because I had just been raised a certain way and I was like, yeah, it should just be, like,
I think stuff
no violence on anybody.
Yeah.
Why is it just, like, restricted to one gender? So it's okay to beat the shit out of a dude.
Yeah, exactly. That's, like, I think stuff like that is part of, like, toxic masculinity, where it's like, women,
because you raise, like, a generation of men where it's like, hey, if you guys want to fight each other, that's fine, but you better not lay your hands on a woman.
I think it's as bad as for women as it is for men, because, like, if, like, that example, like, women are, like, fragile and need to be protected. That's what you get from that. And, like, on the other hand, it's like, it's okay to be violent towards another man. Mm-hmm. You know, which
it just reinforces that, like, whole thing where it's like, your physical, like, traits are, like, your strong suit as a man. You need to be able to fight and, like, use, like, physical violence on somebody else.
If you're not benching 250 pounds every day, you're fucking not a man. You're a pussy.
What do you think kids, like, being born, like, right now, as we're talking, you know, generations forward, do you think they're going to be taught the same kind of gender roles or, like, gender identity? Because I think a lot of these
What do you mean, gender identity?
Well, like, you know, like
don't the non-binaries and
stuff
like you're a boy, so you dress like a boy?
Yeah. Do you think, like...
We're moving away from that. That's like in Trainspotting. Have you guys seen that movie? Mm-mm. Neither have I, but I've seen parts of it. And there's one part, they're at, like, a nightclub. The whole thing is, like, they're on, like, fucking heroin all the time. But there's one scene where he's at the club and he's like, I couldn't help but, like, think, because he, like, narrates it himself. He's like, in the future, like, it won't just be, like, guys and gals. Like, everyone will just be a wanker, you know? Like, everyone's just a person.
Everyone just be himself, yeah.
Yeah, and it's like, there's no, like, genders and everything. And, like, I think that movie was, like, a 90s film or something. So it's, like, it's kind of crazy to see, like, something back then really, like, start to hold so true now. Because we're moving in that direction. I mean, you said, like, kids being born now. Look at a lot of people our age are taking on, like, non-binary identities and things like that, where it's like...
Not just, like, identities, just, like, identities, but, like, just, you know, like, what we're talking about, like, not hitting women and stuff like that. Are these new children going to be brought up to those standards? Because I think a lot of these, like, modern parents are
I feel like... I don't think... I think people are still very overall conservative and, like...
I mean, there's a silent majority that stuff's still going to be going on.
Yeah.
I mean, it's getting better, but it takes so long to fix. I mean, look at how ridiculously long it's taking to, like, fix, like the shit that was going on in the civil rights movement, you know? It's
Dude,
like,
black people are still affected by, like social prejudice and stuff, like... As much as white people like to deny that, like, black people are still, I don't want to say oppressed, because we do all have the same rights, but it's been culturally set up so that, like, they're still set for like failure.
Yeah.
Like, it's still way harder to be a black person in America than it is to be a white person.
Yeah.
That's, like, undeniable. And if you deny that, you're just a fucking idiot.
Exactly.
And, like, racism ended in, like, what? The fucking
Well,
18?
racism never ended, but, like,
no,
I know
not
what you
racism.
mean, like,
I mean slavery.
Yeah.
That's not what I mean.
Slavery ended a long fucking time.
Yeah, exactly. And, like
the
it's
slaves
still
were
going
freed,
on.
But, like, yeah, it was such a long process because, like, the country... Like, look at how, like, yeah, from when the slaves were freed, which there's a lot of disagreement over if that was even, like, technically being freed. From then to now, it's been easily over 100 years.
Yeah.
And it's, like, that shit is still just super fucked up and just awful, you know? And so it's, like, yeah, with how you're talking about, like, these kids being raised up and being more progressive, I think we're going to see more progressive kids. But there's still going to be
very,
a lot
very
that are trapped in that kind of backwards mindset, you know. But I think there's a level of like social exile around that now too.
The problem is that like women and black people technically have all of the same rights that like white men do, but the problem isn't like a legal issue. It's like a society issue, and like a lot of people don't understand that. A lot of people think just because you have the same rights that you're equal. It's like, no, it's not that simple. It's like a huge society cultural difference.
Oh, 100%. Like, no, it's crazy because it's like this stuff, like this like institutionalized racism and shit like that. It's like you look at well, my mom and my sister just went to Detroit this summer in August on like a missions trip, and they were helping out in the community and stuff. And for my mom, it was pretty eye-opening, she said, because she had never really seen anything like that before. And she was like, yeah, it was just crazy, like hearing about like these kids like going to high school and stuff, and then like finding out their education wasn't good enough to get them into a college. So like even if they wanted to go, they're not able to because like the funding in the schools there isn't up to speed. Like, you're not getting the same shit we're getting at LHS.
You know how fucked up that is?
And it's like, for someone to be like, oh, well, it can't be that fucking hard. It's like, could you imagine going to high school and then you're like, I want to go to college and go do this, and then the college is like, actually, like, your high school wasn't good enough, and like, you weren't the wiser. Like, what the fuck are you supposed to do? Your family's dirt poor because all of you were grouped up into the ghetto back in the day, so, because everyone hated minorities and wanted to get them the fuck out of like suburban communities.
Yeah.
And it's like that kind of shit that was so out of your control. You're born into a fucking circumstance and you just have to deal with it. It's like, I would be fucking pissed off at the government and shit too. Like, I'd be like, fuck you guys. Like, I hardly have a chance, you know? That's the kind of shit that like is fucking crazy.
I also want to say, I don't appreciate how all the black people are hogging up all the spotlight. Other ethnicities are also affected by the same stuff. Well, but normally it's the focus is usually on
when I was
white versus black. But
I mean, when I was in LA and I worked on the east side, I was the only white dude at the place I worked at, and it was all like Latinos and Mexicans.
Yeah.
So I would like talk to them and stuff. And I was talking to this one guy, my supervisor, and he was talking about like the Section 8 housing and all this shit out there. He's like, yeah, man. He's like, it's crazy, man. He's like, all my friends are like gangbanging and shit. And he's like, I got out of that like 7-8 years ago, got this job and been here ever since. But he's like, if you want to make it out of this area, it's like, you gotta like fucking sell drugs or something. He's like, there's no way out. Like, he's like, you gotta like join a fucking gang or have like some kind of illegal side hustle. Like, and it's like, you imagine growing up and like that's your only option to get out of this fucking shit situation, crazy. You know? And that's like, that's so many people out there. And just, I don't know, meeting those guys and like hearing some of their stories was just like, it was eye-opening for me, spending my whole life out here not giving a fuck about anything, you know? Life was always great. I mean, life always has been great.
It's
and
so
easy.
much different, like growing up in like a fucking small town.
It's easy to be closed-minded. I used to be super fucking conservative when I was younger. I don't know, it's like the older I've gotten and the more people I've met and shit, and just like become like more wise to like what's going on around me. It's like I can't can't settle into those kind of like fucking social views I used to have on things, you know, because
it's just
so
ignorant,
stupid. Yeah,
it's just like super ignorant.
No, exactly, and it's easy to be like that out here, and I think that's why the silent majority exists out here,
because they don't know the reality.
Yeah, it's like, dude, if everybody like went and fucking lived in like a big city and like met these people and talked to them and shit, it's like it's a very different perspective, like, you know.
Yeah, and it's crazy how many people will be like, how like blindly racist they are, where like they'll say shit like, you know, I'm not racist, and they might not actually be directly racist.
Mm-hmm.
But they'll still like deny stuff like that there's no cultural difference, you know?
Yeah.
Like it's like black people have the same rights that we do. It's like, no, like it's so much different.
Yeah.
I like how we're trying to speak for black people, and we're all.
That's why I announced this was gonna be a martyr podcast. Like, here we got three small town white dudes talking about the fucking social issues for minorities and women in the country. Like,
I'm technically the only ethnicity here, so.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, that's true. Greg's not a white guy.
I'm technically half Mexican, but I'm pretty much.
You might as well be a white guy.
Yeah, I might as well be. I was raised as a fucking white person.
Yeah, we do. Okay, so I guess it's fine we talk about it. You're like half American.
I'm the token ethnicity guy.
Yeah. Thank God Greg was here, else this would have been real bad. This would have been really out of pocket. No, yeah, thanks for being half Mexican and making this okay. Yeah, can we... Good job.
Can we have a round of applause for Greg's ethnicity?
I only get... Dude, it's weird. I have a little bit of like a identity problem.
I know you've talked to me about this.
Yeah, like I'm half Mexican and half white. But like I've never really interacted with Mexicans that much cuz I don't know my real dad. So like I was raised by my white mom and my stepdad, which is white. So, like, I was raised by white people, and, like, it's way different, because I've been raised by white people, so I don't act, or I don't, not act, but, like, I don't have a, like, accent or anything, and I'm not, like, I don't know much about, like, Mexican culture, so I'm not, you know, I don't act super Mexican in the fucking most... I don't know how to say that without sounding a little racist. But
yeah, I mean, like, to be honest, it's weird. Like, it's weird for me to like think of you as like being part Mexican.
Yeah,
like,
me too.
Because you just don't give off that vibe. Like,
yeah. So
all.
like, I receive most of the benefits of being, like, just like a white person, and like, thinking about it, it's fucked up because it's like, yeah, like I'm actually glad that like I don't act, I don't have like an accent and shit like that. Because if I did it, I feel like my life would be a little bit harder.
You think like being raised in a
if I was raised
like helped you?
If I was raised in an environment like with like all Mexicans, or like if I was full Mexican and like I was raised, because I have Mexican, like I've known Mexicans and stuff, so like I know how the culture of Mexicans and stuff, so like, and I see how they get treated and stuff, so like I'm glad, like I wouldn't want to be fully Mexican, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I understand the cultural difference and like how they get treated. Like I'm not saying I'm glad I'm not like full Mexican because I don't like Mexicans or anything. It's like because I understand the like I can see
you're almost like an insider.
Yeah, like I can see the cultural difference and like how poorly ethnicities get treated.
Yeah.
You know?
Do you ever feel like conflicted and like you'd want to get like more in touch with like Mexican culture in any way?
Yeah, I feel conflicted about that because like I feel like I just I've like lost something a little bit because I don't know much about Mexican culture.
Yeah.
But even though I'm half Mexican and my fucking last name is Martinez.
Yeah. Well, I think, like, I was thinking about this the other day.
So I do feel a little like embarrassed because it's fucked up because I've actually gotten like shit from other Mexicans because I don't know how to speak Spanish and stuff. It's like I've actually gotten like fucking like counter racism from Mexicans.
Well, I was gonna say, I don't know, like, because I was thinking about this the other day, like, I think, like, heritage and culture, I feel like, is, like, a very important thing to, like, minorities more so than, like, white people.
Yeah.
Like, you guys feel like that's true?
Yeah, I do.
And, because it's, like, I don't...
Because white people don't have any culture.
No, it's not that they don't, but it's, like, I think it's, like... I think it's when you're, like, disenfranchised, it's, like, that's something for you to, like, hold on to and try to, like, hold true, you know, because it's, like...
Yeah.
Being like an African American in America, it's like your ancestors were brought here as slaves, you know?
Yeah.
And so it's like you had like no choice in being here, like, and all this stuff. So it's like that's got to be something that you hang on to. But, like, I give like a fuck about my heritage.
Yeah.
Like, to be honest, like, and I don't mean that in a bad way. It's just like, fuck, dude, I don't know anything about like any of my cultures, like, you know? And I like really don't care to like learn about it. Like, I don't want to know about German or Irish or Scandinavian culture. Like,
yeah, I don't care that much. It's just kind of like it's more of like it's just kind of interesting. Like, it'd be a little cool to learn.
Yeah,
but I mean that's kind of just like for any culture, I guess.
Yeah. I think ethnic people in America hold on to their culture more because it's like it's their only identity of like where they came from.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Like us, like white people, you know, Scandinavian, European shit like that. Scandinavia's in Europe. But anyway, like our culture isn't that important to us because America has kind of become a white culture of its own from the Europeans coming here. So I think the ethnic people hold on to
so we're like in our homeland.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
that's true. And yeah, being a minority in America, it's like it doesn't feel like your homeland because you are like...
I feel like
there's a lot of like social injustice and shit, so like you're gonna hang on to a culture that like respects you as an individual.
That's true. Yeah, I never thought about that, and I feel like
that's smart as fuck. I'm glad you said that.
I feel like it wouldn't be as noticeable if you actually went to those countries too. Like if you went to Mexico, they're not gonna be like all like super fucking
super stereotypical.
Yeah, because that's actually how it is there, you know. Like that's their actual culture, that's their actual homeland. Yeah, so like they don't need to constantly be like reminded and like embrace that because that's the place, you know.
Yeah, that's just where you are normal, you know. That makes sense. Yeah, America really is like a white homeland, as crazy as that is. Like, it's true.
And it's fucked up because I
don't identify as being like a fucking German. Like,
yeah, I watched like this one like debate or something, and it was this dude. People always talk about making like an ethno state and shit for America, and like how it needs to be a white country, but like. Oh fuck! That wasn't like the main focus, but like, someone was, like, the two people were talking, and the one dude was asking him like, why does it matter if immigrants come here, like colored people come here? And he was trying to deny it, but like his underlying message, like he would kind of like flip flop on his words, and you could tell that his idea of America was white. It wasn't colorless, you know, which I feel like a lot of people have that idea. Like, if you took out all the people right now and like just replaced them with colored people, but we all kind of have the same culture, I think a lot of people would be upset with that because people see America as a white country, which it shouldn't be.
Yeah, it's not what it's advertised.
Yeah, and it doesn't even, like, America wasn't. I guess no country was built on your like ethnicity or anything, but like I would say Europe is a white, like that's actually the origin of like white.
Yeah, Europe,
because we came from
Europe isn't actual like white place. Like that's where white people naturally live and exist.
Yeah,
not America.
America is a melting.
America's the only place in the fucking world that like white people just took over.
Yeah,
like
what's fucked up?
No other race did that to another country.
Well, I don't know. Maybe like colonization of like Africa and shit, like
India
South,
and shit.
South Africa.
But I mean, like majority of people in Africa are probably African American, I would assume.
I think the majority of people in South Africa, or not South America, South Africa.
South Africa, there's a lot of white people, but I'm talking about the whole continent.
Okay, yeah, true.
I guess America and Australia would be the only two where you have white majorities in countries that should not be.
Yeah.
Because America should have Native Americans and Australia should have Aborigines. Or Aboriginals.
Can we press F in the chat for all the Native Americans?
Yeah.
Fucking rip.
Fucking rip. Yeah, pretty much.
Dude, it's so like fucked up to think about that.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
But like no one cares.
Yeah, it's fucked up that we still celebrate Christopher Columbus Day. Mm-hmm. As like a national holiday, even though he came here and brought disease and slaughtered a bunch of innocent people.
Yeah.
Y'all never heard of the Trail of Tears or what?
Yeah, God, no.
I never thought about how fucked up, how like fucked over Native Americans were on the deal until I met this Native dude who I worked with, and he grew up in the cities, and he grew up in like the ghetto, and like he told me a little bit about it, and then he was saying like, yeah, dude, like he's like really Native. I think he's almost like full Native or something, but like he like really enlightened me on like how fucked up it was that like fucking white people just came here and just took this whole land from them.
Oh yeah, dude, I when I lived in South Dakota, I became pretty good friends with the dude I worked with that was full Native. He grew up on a reservation out there. And yeah, it was just like, it was cool like hang out with him and talk, cuz it's like getting a perspective from like someone who's like, yeah, dude, like this shit is fucked. Like this should be our country, you know?
Yeah.
And like you grew up on like the shitty ass like ghetto fucking reservation.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
like,
actually
nothing at all, you know? And it's like, what the fuck? And then like all these white people are living in nice suburban neighborhoods and getting everything handed to them.
How oblivious they are, and they're like
when I was in a religious life, maybe this is when I was like 12 or 13, I went on this mission trip to a reservation in North Dakota, and it was just so bleak and miserable and just like shitty homes. And we stayed at this elementary school, and just it looked like post-apocalyptic. It was like so fucking like dreary and depressive out there.
Mm-hmm.
I actually know what's fucked up is I know a lot of white people that hold grudges against Indians and think
Native Americans.
Well, Native Americans, whatever. I'm calling them Indians just for the sake of fucking simplicity.
Well, I mean, the sake of simplicity is at the risk of
looking like a fucking racist.
Using the wrong race, because Indians are from India.
Anyways,
that was out of pocket. I shouldn't have done the impression.
Whatever.
I'm sorry.
My native friend lets me say Indian, so it's okay.
Well, I guess you have the eye pass then.
It's fucked up because I know a lot of white people that hold grudges against Native Americans because they think that they just get shit handed to them.
No.
You know?
So many people are like, oh, well,
they get free money.
They're collecting
They just collect fucking welfare. Yeah, like they get paid from the government just because we took their land like
that's not
a couple hundred years ago. Like
that's not how all that works.
Dude, like, yeah, like you're so fucking ignorant to how it really is.
Yeah. No, dude, most of those people grow up dirt fucking poor, dude.
And then the stereotype is like, you know, fucking drunk Indian, drunk Native American. It's like It's like, well, why do you think so many of them became alcoholics? Because they were depressed. Because they didn't have anything, because we fucked them over so hard.
Yeah. We literally took their entire fucking country. Like,
imagine if that shit like that happened today. Like, if some
Like, if someone came here and just, like, killed almost all of us, and then put the survivors in small areas and were like, you can have everything in here. And then, over time, it just turned into a fucking slum. Like,
yeah.
And that's, like, what happened to white people in America. Like,
those greedy natives getting those welfare checks, and they're just spending it all on alcohol. It's like, God, you guys are so... It's ridiculous.
That's what I'm talking about, like, the circumstance shit. Like, those people are born into a fucking circumstance that they have no control over.
Yeah.
So it's like, people want to get all pissed and like, well, they're taking advantage of the system, but it's like, dude, like, what the fuck are they supposed to do?
Yeah.
Like, they're trying their best, like, you know?
I remember being in the neighborhood, and a few of the days we were, like, painting houses. And it was just I didn't even really feel safe there. There was actually like, isn't it like if there's like shoes tied together like on a telephone wire, that's like where drug deals happen or something?
I don't remember what that means, but I've heard about
there's
that.
some kind of significance.
Yeah, there was that there, and violent people and shit like that. It was just not a great place to be in.
Yeah, no, I've seen videos of like reservations, like what it's like to grow up there and stuff, and like it's just like fucking sad, you know. It's like, and we just like let them live like that. We don't like try to go in there and like do anything, you know.
That's another thing that really bothers me is how people I don't know if you guys have ever dived into like fucking like white nationalism and like ethno-states, like white ethno-states, and like how like people think that like black people have like a gene that makes them more aggressive and have lower IQs than white people, and like it's like, holy shit, dude, like people like, and then they'll show statistics and like crime rates and stuff, like, oh yeah, black people on average are more likely to commit crimes than a white person, but it's like, I don't remember off the top of my head, but I'm pretty sure that actual statistic is wrong. Like, I think like per person, I think that white people actually commit more crimes on a
it's just
basis.
Black people get more incarcerated for it.
Yeah, I think black people get incarcerated more.
Black people get harsher sentences.
Yes, yeah. Mm-hmm. But the sentence thing, it's like, how can you not see that that's obviously a cultural thing? Like, why can a black person and a white person with the same records do the same crime, but the black person 99% of the time will get a way harsher sentence?
Yeah.
Like, how can you not see that that's fucked up?
Mm-hmm. Well, like, there's like I don't know if you guys are familiar with the Chappelle Show at all.
No.
He does like a really good skit about that where he like reverses like the races, where there's two guys that like commit crimes. The one is a white dude, and it's like some like fucking like money laundering shit or something like that, and then it's like a black guy who's Dave Chappelle, who's like a crack dealer, and the white guy's like with his wife in the bedroom, and they're like about to like get it on or whatever, and the cops bust in and like shoot his fucking dog in the head and like handcuff him to the bed. You're like, you're under fucking arrest, like all this shit, and like he just gets like no way to like explain himself. He's like getting like a super long like jail sentence and stuff, and then they're talking to Dave Chappelle as the crack dealer, and they're like, look, we know you're a busy man, it's like, come on, like, did you really have to kill this person or something like that? And like they're just being super friendly to him. They're like, how about we'll just give you like a month at like this correctional facility, and then you can be back out and doing what you want to do, you know. And it's just like, it's like they see that firsthand, you know. And that's something that I think like a lot of white America is oblivious to.
It's sad, yeah, it is. It's fucked up.
So,
fuck white people.
I think it's just a matter of understanding, recognizing it, and just like everybody doing their best to just like eliminate that, like those like fucking terrible stereotypes and ways of thought, like, just to get everybody on the same page and give everyone the same opportunities. And I mean, it's like, it's one thing for us to get on here and be like, oh, like all this shit is fucked up, but like doing something about it is what really matters.
Yeah,
you know?
I think a big thing that people really fuck up on is you see like a lot of feminists and everything, black people that will get like, I mean, obviously it's not all of them, but like a lot of the ones that you see, that it's a part of the media too. They'll broadcast this stuff where it's always like these videos of these people and they're like screaming and shouting at these, you know, at whatever, like white people, white men, whatever, and they're just like super pissed and they're trying to like shout all this information and stuff at them, and they're being like really hostile. But like the problem is, if you're trying to like convince or inform somebody to try to change their view on something, being angry and harsh is like the worst thing you could do to change that person's opinion. If you're like angry and hostile, that'll only make them like close in more and hold on tighter to their opinion, you know. If you're trying to change someone's mind or inform them, you should be like as nice as you can be, you know.
Well, like when people have been thrown this shit their entire lives, sometimes their only or last resort is hate and anger and stuff.
Yeah, well, I understand that.
A lot of people sit with that, and that's just what that stuff can fucking fester into, you know.
Yeah, it's very. I understand that it's like really easy to fall into that stuff, but like,
I mean, I just think it's like just having respect for one another and like not letting anger get the best on either side, and just like for people to just understand and respect everybody, and that's what we'll eliminate at the end of the day. That's all there is to it, you know. I mean, a lot of this stuff does have to be abandoned. I mean, it's like you can't just like be like, yeah, I recognize that like my life has been better than yours because of circumstance, and then like, but have fun like growing up in the ghetto, you know.
Yeah.
That kind of stuff has to be changed and fucking reformed, or else it's gonna keep happening.
I think what I should clarify is, I think that anger isn't necessarily a problem, but the hostileness is what's a problem. Like, look at like Martin Luther King. He might have been like, you know, angry and like fueled in his
Well, look at any protest. Any of the ones that were fueled by fucking anger, like
they can be angry and fueled, but like at the same time, like, you can't be hostile. Cause
that's what I mean. Sorry, I'm tired. Hostile. Yeah. Like you look at any protest that was like brought with hostility, never fucking goes well.
Yeah, no, it doesn't. It never goes well.
It just causes hate speech arguments. Yeah. You know, like
it just makes your movement look at Black Lives Matter. If they generally, people try to paint them as like, you know, being a hostile and, you know, aggressive movement of just a bunch of angry black people, you know, fucking hurting and killing and rioting and shit. But like that was like what, 1-2 protests?
Yeah,
where people actually outlashed.
I talked to people that were like throwing a fit about like, oh yeah, they were like blocking off the roads. Like if that was me, I would just go run them over. It's like don't they have somewhere to be, like a job? It's like that's like a relatively like peaceful protest, you know, like they're just like out there like being like, we're not gonna take this shit, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And like if you feel like you're disenfranchised, I mean, I'd be like, fuck my job, like I need to go let people know that like this shit's going on and it needs to stop. Like,
I don't think there's anything wrong with Black Lives Matter. I think Black Lives Matter is actually a good movement.
Well, I think there are like sections of the movement that were hostile, and I don't think that stuff is cool.
I think that's part of every movement, though.
Yeah, no.
What about
like
Antifa?
I don't know too much about Antifa, so I can't really talk about that. But like, from what I have heard, just you know, as a good example, from what I have heard about them, you know, it's like that they're violent and shit. And I just know that that's not the whole case. Like, that's not the whole story, but
I don't know. I think if you're being like a violent protester, it's just almost moving backwards. You need to like, if you want to effectively protest, I mean, yeah, you're not going to get the fucking headline attention if you go sit and do a peaceful protest.
And that's basically why they're getting so extreme, is to make their voices be heard more. But
and especially in a world controlled by media, and like no one's going to fucking see you on, you know, Facebook or Twitter if you're not like causing a fucking ruckus, you know.
That's why they need to do some shit.
That's why people do mass shootings. These people are looking for like glory, you know, a lot of the time. and they're gonna get it if they go do some crazy shit. So it's like I understand. It's like when those protests got crazy, that's when they got the media publicity.
Exactly.
That's why I'm waiting for a bunch of black people to just sit in the middle of the road and light themselves on fire. Like that one,
like that Rage Against the Machine album cover.
That monk, yeah.
Jeez.
I don't remember why he did that, but
I don't remember either.
Probably because he was stupid.
He was a monk.
He was monk.
Some kind of monk.
It doesn't mean he can't be stupid.
Or like Gandhi.
But it's a well-known picture, though. Like, everyone knows what that is. Like, if you talk about that.
No, I don't know. I mean...
That black people, there you go.
Yeah, no, I mean...
You want some attention, just light yourself on fire.
In conclusion, just respect your fellow man and be a good person and do what you can to help.
Understand,
Yeah, that's all it is at the end of the day. I mean...
White people... this is a message to all you white people.
It's just a message to anybody. I mean...
Like the MTV fucking commercial or whatever?
You know,
the really racist one?
Well, and just like...
to white people?
Just from like... You know how we were talking about like being angry. That's something on both sides. Like being angry isn't gonna get you anywhere.
It's okay to be angry.
Well, it's okay to be
don't
angry.
Be violent.
Yeah, don't be consumed by your anger though, and just don't let your anger turn into hate. Like misdirected hate. You know,
you have to stay on the light.
You don't want to generalize your hate towards anybody for like stereotypical reasons because you don't know everybody and you don't know their story, and it's like. When you get to a level of understanding and empathy for everybody, then it's like that's when shit starts to get better, and it's just gonna take time.
Yeah, only Sith deal in absolutes.
I have a different viewpoint when it comes to hate. Like,
hit us with it right now.
Just I don't know. I think that the reason why these people are getting so desperate and like getting so violent is so like we were talking about, the media will cover them, and then eventually it'll get people thinking, and like obviously it's gonna turn over like a short amount of people out of like all the people who are exposed to it, but it puts the topic or situation into people's heads. That's why people get so drastic and so outrageous.
But I know of like a small handful of people that actually think Black Lives Matter is a good thing. Every other like white person I know thinks Black Lives Matter is an awful movement.
I'm not really talking about Black Lives Matter. I'm more
talking about like hate in general.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but I mean that's an example of what you're talking about though. Like they used violence in a protest, and then it made the whole movement look like a violent movement, and now everybody hates. All white people hate Black Lives Matter.
Not all.
Yeah, but
people.
who
like
knows?
90%
Who knows how
people.
long they were trying their Black Lives Matter before they decided to get violent with these few cases?
I don't think they still should have been violent.
I don't think they should be violent either. I'm not justifying it. I'm just trying to put myself in that situation and trying to see why are they getting so violent? Why are they getting so rowdy?
Yeah, I understand why they were violent.
Yeah,
I understand why any movement or protest can be violent, but I don't think that's the right thing to do.
Yeah, but I mean, people aren't perfect, so that shit's gonna happen. Regardless.
Yeah, you have to understand that not every movement is like there's going to be lots of different ideas in a single movement.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, you're gonna
like
have
look at like Malcolm X and Martin Luther King.
You have extremists in every aspect of life. So it's like, if you have a protest that means well, you're gonna have extremists that take it too fucking far and go do some crazy shit. And that's gonna get the media coverage. And when that gets the media coverage, then you're painted in a bad light all around. Mm-hmm. So if I was a protester in a movement and the extremists fucking gave us a bad name, I'd be pretty pissed about it.
Yeah,
like, what the fuck? Like, this isn't what I believe, but now I can't even tell people that I'm associated with this, or else they're gonna think I'm a fucking psycho.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like, I can understand that, but I also understand and recognize that, like, sometimes the crazy shit can get stuff done too. I mean, like, I don't know. I'm getting pretty fucking tired, boys.
Yeah, I am a little bit too. I think
we've been running this up for a while. almost 2 hours. But it was a good chat. I mean, we started talking about jacking off, and
we swapped topics pretty hard.
Yeah, we took a pretty hard left.
I don't know if we took I think our bridge was pretty good, but I think our just overall 2 topics in general were pretty fucking different.
This will be an interesting edit for me, I'll be honest. We'll see how this all segues, but it was a good chat.
Definitely.
I think it flowed alright, but
yeah.
I think it was a good chat. It was alright.
Alright, everybody. Thank you for listening to this episode of the WAFFL Podcast. We are now signing out in 3, 2, 1.